Today I'm working on this wallpaper of Riddle Rose Hearts from Twisted Wonderland. There's Riddle here holding his little scepter along with some roses in the background surrounding him. I wanted to do sort of like a deck of cards look where it's like the hearts on the two corners, but I think I might change that just simply because the cape overlaps with the heart a little too much. From this I went with this on top as a clearer sketch. 3 hours of work later, I got to this. And also to explain my wallpaper process, I have this layer here where I took a screenshot of my phone and inserted this photo just so I can have a basic ratio aspect to work within. And then I also have this layer of a phone outline so that I know which part would get cut off. I didn't know that before. That's why in my previous wallpaper that I made, which is this Majima Friday Night wallpaper, this part right here had a disco ball. You see that? And it was totally cut out, which made me so depressed because I worked so hard on that disco ball. Nowadays, I put this here just so that I have a reference as to what will get cut out and what won't. Ever since I opened up my coffee, I've been working on some wallpapers to sell. The whole reason why I decided to make a coffee to begin with is actually more of a mental hurdle. I thought that I could never make money on my art because I just simply did not believe anybody would want to spend anything on my stuff. So if I'm going to try and fail, I'm going to do it this year because I've been wanting to make a coffee for well over 2 years now. If I don't open up the coffee by this very specific date, then I would never try to think about it or do it ever again. Which sounds like kind of not a great way to go about it, but it worked. I speed ran it in a span of 5 weeks. I gave myself 1 month to create products, listings, take pictures, set everything up on my coffee, and it ended up perfectly fine actually. But beforehand, it was really stressful because I was still in class. I was still doing schoolwork. I had a bunch of assignments, coding assignments, a lot of projects that went well over my head, but I still had to do. And I had 2 group projects and work with other people, and you know how working with other people is extremely stressful. I also had a near medical emergency because I was stupid. So in essence, I had a span of like 5 weeks, but in total of my actual preparation abilities, it was more like 2 weeks. So not the most calming, relaxing experience. Everything turned out alright because my coffee is open and I'm still alive today, so that's a good thing. I definitely plan to do more than just phone wallpapers. An idea of some other devices I would want to work on, like tablet devices or desktop. I did 2 hours of work off camera, so this is how far I got with that amount of time. I would like to get this wallpaper done by today if possible. I should have gotten this wallpaper earlier this month, but I have been way too distracted with playing Street Fighter that I have not been focusing on making the wallpapers. I don't know if I like it better with the bright outline or the dark outline. The dark one helps with clarity, but also this one looks a little bit more realistic, so I think I'll go with this. I've been playing, well, not really playing online, but I've been practicing my trials in Street Fighter V because I've never played a fighting game before, so especially one like Street Fighter, where they have really specific inputs and multiple buttons for a move. I've not had to deal with that before, so it's kind of a learning curve. I am really enjoying it though. As hard as it has been, I feel like I've learned a lot through trials and just suffering over and over again. Then I don't know what to do with the top part because I don't want to distract too much from the time. The time is here. It's already obstructed in a way with the flower, And I don't want to make it too busy in this area, but also a little too empty for my taste. Oh, wait, I kind of like this. Bless you. Bless you. My dog is sneezing. Are you okay? Can I make this nice? Oh my goodness. You're so sneezy today. Need a tissue, sneezy? I wanted it to look sort of like a wreath. I imagine this to be sort of an indoor garden, but covered in glass. What are those called? Greenhouses. Yes, I want it to look like a greenhouse. I initially wanted it to be an outdoor thing where he's gonna have like a tea party type thing, but I mean, I'm already this far and there's this much green already. I don't really want to add in a sky unless the sky is behind the wreath. Like back here. Hey yo, it's not that bad. That does not look like a cloud. Well, this is okay too, but I feel like it's a little too left heavy. I'm gonna leave it like this. After an additional 2 hours, I finally finished the wallpaper. I ended up not using the other template for the other phone and instead just worked on the canvas size alone, simply because I was not going to do that as a pixel drawing and instead just a regular one. The way I go from exporting this small pixel canvas to a larger one is by I'll duplicate the canvas and then go to crop and resize. Up at the top with the settings, I will use the regular iPhone size, which for me, in my case, I have iPhone 12, so it's 170 and 2532. Like this. And then from there, I will merge everything onto one layer. I click this and then I will resize it to be fitting the canvas size exactly. I have the snapping on, not magnetics. I have snapping on. Also, since it's pixel art, make sure that you set the interpolation to nearest neighbor and not bilinear or bicubic because it will absolutely blur. There will be some parts cut out just simply because the sizing is not exact. After that, I will go into the settings, share, and then JPEG. I'll either save it to the device or share to my phone just so that I can see the design directly on my phone. I also have the other design that I made on a regular sized canvas, the 1170 by 2532 on its own, and just made this little Queen of Hearts design because I thought it'd be cute to have that, since this was originally supposed to be a sort of card look with the double hearts on the side. To show you guys what it looks like on my phone, it is like this. Very nice. I like it. I like it a lot. And you can see the home screen as well here. I already have this beige sort of icon look naturally because it was my previous phone layout. It fits quite nicely actually. Yeah, I like it a lot. Both of these wallpapers are available on my Ko-fi if you guys would like to check out my wallpapers and or other products. There are several free products there, so if you guys want to look at that, check out my products, enjoy my goodies, please go look at that. And that is my wallpaper making process. Thank you for joining me in today's drawing session. I hope that you enjoyed seeing behind the scenes of my wallpaper making process, and maybe if you're interested in making your own, that it helped you too. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!